I sip wine, kick my feet up when I get time. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea. Sipping and spilling it.
What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
I'm feeling like I'm not no scary ass bitch. I'm a hoe.
I feel that line to my motherfucking soul.
I feel that all the way to my goddamn coochie.
People be saying Sexy Red an industry plant. You think she's an industry plant?
I don't know, but if she is, she's the best plant, and I can't wait to water her.
Like, she came in and song after song.
But I feel like when people do that, they was probably making music in their basement for years. Yeah. They said that she was doing music, and she's been friends with Summer Walker for some years before she even came out. And I feel like same for, if we're gonna be real, that's the same thing Glorilla did. She came out with song after song after song after song. Mm-hmm. But Glorilla, where you been though? Like
maybe she's just chilling.
I feel like the summer is hot, and I feel like last summer was your summer, and this is some Sexy Red summer. Yeah. So if y'all collide and do some like Sexy Girl Glorilla shit.
You know, after you work really, really hard, you deserve a break. So maybe she's taking her break. Because if it was me, if I came out with hit after hit after hit, and I'm coasting, I'm going to take a little break before I come back out again. Because Cardi have not given us another album. Are you bugging Cardi?
She don't need to give us another album. She gave us enough features.
She is giving out features. But I got a theory about Sexy Red.
Okay.
So I have a theory that the reason why niggas love Sexy Red is because she doesn't sell her coochie. Like, Sexy Red's really like, I'm going to get the coochie. I'm going to give you the coochie no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to like.
You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to even impress me. I'm gonna give you the cookie.
I'm no date, no money, nothing. She said she wants a coochie.
She literally would say things like, I'm gonna crank him to my song. It sounds
crack him to my song.
Crank, whatever it is. It doesn't even sound natural.
I'm gonna crack him to my song.
Are you sure it doesn't mean I'm gonna look it up because I feel
it's
like
crack and she
crack him to my song sounds insane.
Because niggas be like, I'm gonna crack that bitch. It's a slang that niggas say. Girl, you've been around niggas. You know niggas say, I'm gonna crack that hoe.
I've never heard a nigga tell any bitch or any man that he was gonna crack a hoe.
Yeah. I'm gonna crack him to my song. She gonna fuck him to the song. But anyways, I love Sexy Red. I feel like women like Sexy Red needs to be representative. They deserve their. We got Meg Thee Stallion. You know, Meg Thee Stallion is like the sexy, classy ratchet, and then Sexy Red is just the ratchet. Ain't no classiness about her. Ain't no positiveness about her. It's just ghetto-ness. And bitches like that exist, so they need to see themselves in her and be like, I can do it too. I love it. I love a ratchet bitch. We all need to get representative. We do.
I can't stand behind that. But this summer, you that bitch. I don't know about next summer, but this summer, you in.
Did you look it up about crack?
I only got so far.
Look at the lyrics.
What was the song?
It's not ski. It's You Like My Voice. You turn me on.
What is that? Is it Looking for the Host?
Looking for the Host.
Damn, that bitch got hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us the story time while I'm looking for that.
So there was a TikTok I was looking at, and this man was in distress. That nigga was crying. His voice was breaking. And he was like, this bitch thought I was cheating on her. This bitch was chasing me, and she hit my car, and I was a nigga. And I'm like, damn. And when I saw his car, oh my God. He
ate my coochie and I cracked him.
To my song, yeah.
I thought you said something else.
I said crack. You said crank. I said, no, it's not crank, it's cracked.
Cracked him to my song. That sounds so insane. Ew. Cracked him to my song.
He had my coochie and I cracked him to my song. Yes, bitch. I feel that hoe. So yes, the girl fucked up the nigga's car. And I felt a little bit bad for him.
Because he said
I felt a lot of it bad for him because he really was not guilty at all.
Yeah.
And she fucked up his car. He hit his car and everything. His whole front bumper is fucked up. Probably totaled.
His car got shot up.
And she shot up his car. All because she had thought the man was cheating. And I'm like, as women, why would you ever let someone let you get out that much out of your character? The fact that you have to do those things. Like, I saw this TikTok and I posted it, and the girl was like, if I ever come and fight you over my man, beat me. Just please beat me because what? Beat me. You deserve to get beaten for chasing a man because you thought you were cheating on him. Girl, you fucked up your car, fucked up his car, shot at him because you thought he was cheating on you.
I just really want to address the elephant in the room, and it really goes down to let that hurt go. What a man did to you prior to, like they always say, have you, like when I'm like right now in my singleness and I'm dating Amber's like, have you healed from it? I'm like, I'm not doing no crazy shit of trying to check up on this nigga, seeing who he following or got extra followers. So whatever you feel like you went through with another nigga, deal with that shit before you deal with someone else, because then you're going to be dragging them through that shit. Now that nigga's probably traumatized.
Honestly, she deserves jail time. She
really
needs to go to jail.
She does. And I just feel like you said,
She needs
if
to go
there
to
was
jail.
ever a moment in life where I felt like a man was cheating on me and I had to do all of that to prove a point, he won.
He won.
He won because he has sole control of your emotions to the place that he can get you to there, and you're there. Like, that is a disgusting place to be. And I just, let that hurt go.
I hope she goes to jail. File charges on the bitch, because she needs to learn. Like, you can't really be doing that shit to people. That's scary.
That is scary.
You shot at the man. Did you want the man to die? What if the bullet hit him? And all over what? Because you thought he was cheating.
Just a thought
cheating is not
cheating.
a reason for someone to die.
Hello? She tried to take that man's life.
Because cheating.
But also, you have to also think about it. People that do shit like that feel like they have nothing to lose. She probably surrounded her entirety of her life attached to that man because of patriarchy and because she thought her meal ticket was eating out. She was like, I got to take him out.
I got to take him out because he was probably eating out. So let's get to our ick of the week. What is your ick, friend?
So, y'all, I don't know if anyone knows this about me, but I'm going to let y'all know. This is my biggest ick. If I give you my number while we're talking, do not ask for my Instagram. I don't know. Something lately in me makes me feel really icky inside when a man that I'm talking to asks for my Instagram. I don't want you following me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Is it because you're a hoe?
No.
Okay.
A reformed hoe, y'all. But either way, I don't give a fuck. Even if I was a hoe, it doesn't fucking matter. I just feel like because I don't like the idea of people investigating on me. I feel like if you followed me before I gave you my number, it's different. But I feel like when you got my number, I give niggas my Instagram when I don't want to give them my number. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you're investigating on me, trying to be this like dream guy that I need you to be instead of just being yourself. And I feel like, why do you need my Instagram? I ain't got no kids or a man I'm hiding. So why you need my Instagram?
Okay.
That's my ick of the week. Don't ask me for my fucking Instagram. Nothing makes my pussy drier than a nigga asking me for my Instagram.
You heard it here at the Real Sip and Spill. Don't ask me for her motherfucking Instagram if you got her motherfucking number.
Hello?
Period.
You have my direct point of contact.
Okay, that's all you fucking need. My ick of the I feel like I said that weird. My ick of the week. My ick of the week is how men want us to choose between getting cheated on and paying half the rent. Why do I gotta choose? Why do I have to choose between a man cheating on me and paying half the rent? Why can't I have a faithful man who don't make me pay half the rent? Even if I have a man who pays half the rent, actually, I wouldn't have a man who made me pay half the rent. But my point is, that's the ick. Stop making us choose between two fucking extremes.
They're two extremes.
Two fucking extremes. I'm like, why are those our only choices as women? And then when I told my homeboy I'd rather be single, he put it on his little group chat and his close friends, and all his friends are like shocked that I don't want to choose between being single and getting cheated on. I mean, getting cheated on and paying half the rent.
Those are very clear polarities that no woman wants to split rent with a man. and no bitch wants to get cheated on. It's like, so because we want to get shit paid for, we have to get cheated on?
They're saying if you want a man who has money, you gotta accept him having other bitches.
But if you want a faithful man,
you have to
pay half the rent. Well, I can play 100% of nothing and not have to deal with any of that.
And that's my choice. My choice is we're not choosing y'all. And that's what makes y'all mad, but it's okay though.
I'm gonna say, we can even circle a block on that, because women nowadays would rather stay single than being with y'all. So that really has to make y'all think what kind of quality of men that you all are. Y'all are so unlikable that we would rather be single than have to deal with any of either of those things.
To deal with you. And that's
even
really what makes those men mad.
If a man goes a whole week without texting me, I don't even want to deal with that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, for what? Am I sad? No.
No, just leave you alone. And the thing is, they're even shocked when you leave them alone. I'm like, why are you shocked
that I left you alone?
I left you
left me alone. You left me alone. So I left you alone. But I feel like they're so used to women like pining and wanting that man attention. Man, you are not the only man giving me your attention.
See, like the sprinkle lady said, that men are so used to pygmalion that they believe that most women are desperate.
Mm-hmm.
So because most of us aren't desperate, because the choices are endless. It's the quality of choices the problem.
Exactly. We got a lot of choices, but the
quality is a problem. So the quality is so bad. We'd rather be single than be with y'all. And we don't need y'all no more. We can pay our own bills and we can live successful lives without men.
And then I even had this guy ask me, he was like, so how's your dating experience been? I said, it's been great. It's been amazing. My dating experience is what I make it. I said, I would never over here say this isn't third. Because you know what? I said, I'm a delusional bitch. And while you're delusional, you have to keep saying, I have a great dating experience.
It's not even about delusional. You can never let any man know you've ever said anything bad.
Yeah.
Because if you let a man know you accept bad of this and that, he's like, okay, so that's how I get you the bitch.
He said that's the threshold. So if I do everything under that, I'll be good.
I'll be
I'm
good.
like, no, you disappear for more than 3 hours, no call, no show, babe, new nigga.
That's why when a man tells me what I want in a man, I say I want a man who's loving, caring, and a provider.
Yeah.
Those are the only 3 things I'm gonna say. Because I want you to be who you are and not be who I tell you I want.
And that's a fact. That's why I said I don't like niggas following my Instagram. Because I don't want you to over here all of a sudden start liking pop music because you see me posting it every day.
See, I don't agree with you with the Instagram thing. I don't mind a man wanting my Instagram even after he gets my number. I think that's okay. Because if he really likes you, he probably wants to see you more and see what you do. So
ask me how my day was, babe.
Okay. So don't ask for Instagram. But you can ask me. All right. Well, the girls are back at it again with a messy ass episode of Sip Us where we create conversations. Oh, wow.
Sipping wine.
I go by the name of Thug Motherfucking Sammy.
And I'm ambitious, your dream girl, Teray.
All right. So today we have... it's called Duligato Toscano. It is an Italy dry red.
Why do you say all these names so ghetto? You be saying them so ghetto like you saying it with an accent.
Well, it says Dogalo Toscano. That's what it says on here.
Okay.
It is a 2017 dry red. I guess in Italy, that's how they classify them. It has 13% alcohol in it. It is a 80% Sangiovese grape blend with a dash of 20% Cabernet Sauvignon. So it is a red blend.
It's a red blend?
Yeah. It says this young super Tuscan wine shows at its best with full flavor dishes such as roast, grilled meats, and cold cuts, and tomato-based Italian specialties such as pizza and pasta. Very Italian of them.
Very Italian.
Very, very Italian.
I'm a pasta bitch, so I cannot wait to try it. And we haven't had a dry wine. Hold on, put it over here because we are real prone to get shit on anything. The color is very deep. It's a beautiful color. Okay, it's very deep. I know y'all, I always say this, but I'm gonna say this every episode. Like the most satisfying thing is when it's like when it comes out the bottle. You don't feel that way?
How it comes off?
I like when it's like that sound.
That means you like sucking dick. That's the sound you make when you suck dick.
I never sucked a dick a day in my life.
Good. That's how you suck good dick. You gotta make that.
She literally poured this all the way up because she said, "Bitch, you're not gonna get out of drinking this wine this week." Cheers.
Drink this and that's it. We only 1 glass today.
Cheers, because the last 2 weeks I have been skimping out on drinking.
Oh,
what is
dry.
It?
It's
I like
Italian.
it, Picasso.
Well, it's Italian.
I like it.
It's very dry. I'm not a dry wine hoe.
But it's not that dry. Yeah, it is.
It's dry.
It's pretty dry.
It's really dry. It said it was a dry red blend.
Okay.
So, and Cabernets are dry.
And I'm going to say that's not very common, though, because usually when red blends, they have like a hint of sweetness to it. And they're not as heavy. This it feels light, but it still feels dry. And you know how much it cost? $12.
Wow. Very affordable.
It is very affordable.
Yeah.
Okay. Free promo. Okay, so let's get into some motherfucking
tea
time.
Our favorite bitch, Krishan Rock. I've always been a Krishan Rock fan. I've always been rooting for her. I've always wanted her to do good things because Krishan is very likable. She has issues, yes. She's a little... She got some problems, but who fucking don't, you know? And because she has these likable qualities of herself, I feel like we kind of see a little of ourselves in Krishan, and we're all rooting for her.
I don't see a little bit of myself in Krishan.
I see a little bit of myself in Krishan, just because she's such a fighter. You know, that's my stuff I see in Krishan. But so Krishan, we all know she was pregnant. You know, she finally had her baby boy, and she was on live having a baby, which I think is kind of wild. Because, girl, why are you on live having a baby? I feel like that's something I would share to myself and my mama. I mean,
I think she probably put it on live because she knew Blueface wasn't there, so he would have somewhere to like get back and watch it.
Yeah, I mean, but she's also a Italian reality TV. So I guess
Mhm.
that's her way of giving back to her community. But but yeah, congratulations on your baby boy. I'm so happy you had a healthy baby boy. And I'm even more happier that you named the baby Chris Sean. I think that's such a powerful thing that you did, because we were just talking last week about how
We were
women
absolutely talking
get
about
to,
that.
you know, our history's erased when we don't when we choose to rename kids after their fathers, especially when we're unmarried to them. And not only did you give the baby your last name, you gave your baby your first name too. And that is just, I think that's just amazing, beautiful. You're such a strong, I love everything of it. I don't know what more I can say besides the fact that it's such a great thing to see you grow and do what you're doing. And naming the baby after him was a step ahead.
Yeah, I definitely do see the growth. I absolutely love that she was like, I'm naming him Krishan. And she said, I'm not giving him a nickname. She said, I'm going to call him that. And I feel like I love that, like, stand in that. And I think she understands how important and how big she is. And I feel like
Yes.
when you give, like, it's like having a name like Beyonce. Like, just stand on it. Just a single name, Beyonce.
Beyonce.
And like,
You know,
Krishan.
Beyonce is actually the mom's maiden last name.
And look at that, though. I'm saying, you see,
Yeah.
women contribute great things.
Yeah.
Men just want it for egotistical reasons. Women
They
make
actually spelled
history.
her name wrong. It's supposed to be Beyonce, but it's spelled with the E instead of I. But anyways,
I
her
was
name
gonna-
was misspelled, but
I was
that's
gonna
how
say,
Beyonce
yeah.
came around.
But I'm saying, women, we create history. Men, they want a legacy, but we create the history.
Yeah.
So, 10 points for Gryffindor.
I'm so happy for her. Congratulations.
So congratulations.
And you know, prior to the baby daddy not being in the
Blueface. She said baby daddy.
I don't even acknowledge his name. The baby daddy was not in the delivery room. And prior to that, I saw this TikTok and the video. He was like, yeah, she told me she doesn't want me in the delivery room. So months prior to this, she already told him you're not
She
gonna be
wanted
there.
to get her teeth protected while she was having.
Exactly.
But I feel like giving birth is supposed to be a great experience. So I feel like if someone has only caused you hell your entire pregnancy, you don't get to share in this. What am I trying to say?
It's this wonderfulness. It's just a beautiful experience. And he also said, yeah, my first baby mama, whenever she gave birth, she didn't want me there either. What are you doing for women to choose not your first baby mama didn't want you there, and your second baby mama didn't want you there? So you got to start looking into yourself to see why
it boils down to he's always the problem. He will always and continuously always be the problem. And until people stop enabling him to be the problem and stop giving him a platform that they're listening to, he's going to continue being problematic for no reason.
For no reason. He's just a terrible person for no reason. That's crazy. And his mama ain't shit too.
I believe it.
Okay, so as women,
go ahead. I was going to say, I just want to ask you niggas, is everything okay at home? How are y'all feeling about your mothers, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, actually? Because I don't understand why men take rejection in such ways. So do you want to take over what you were going to say, or you want me to continue the story?
Go ahead.
Okay, so there was a woman, you gave me her TikTok. I did not look at her name.
It was Ro.
Okay, there is a TikTok woman who was out in Houston. It actually happened very locally, so shame on you niggas. But I feel like
it hits even closer because it could have been us.
But the thing is, we say this all the time, so I don't even know. Honestly, we're gonna keep saying this until we go fucking blue. It's not safe for women out here in these streets, because this woman who's a TikToker named Rose, she was in Houston, and she told a man she didn't want to give him her number, or she rejected him. I don't know in what form, or fashion, because there were so many videos, but she rejected him, and the man assaulted her in front of a lot of men with a brick to the face. Like, I don't understand what triggers you in life that when someone rejects you, you're going to get a brick and going to hit them.
Right.
And she was around a group of men and no one defended her.
So there's a saying I saw, and it says, men aren't protectors, they're territorial. And it's true, because men usually don't feel obligated to protect women unless there's something from the woman they're receiving. Unless she's a sister, she's a mother, she's a girlfriend, she's a cousin. Until there's something that they feel territorial over, they don't feel obligated to protect you. Women are actually protectors, because as women, we're more likely to help and defend other women while men are stay quiet and be in the background. But yeah, so apparently she's a lesbian. So even more of a reason of why she did not want to give a straight man her number, because she's not even interested in men. And he felt comfortable enough to put a brick to her face and fuck her entire face up, only because she said she did not want to give him her number. And I'm finding all these guys somehow trying to defend or find the reason on why she got hit. They're saying, "Oh, maybe she ran off of the mouth. Oh, she's a lesbian. She wants to empower women." Like, I don't see why there's any ever a reason on
Ever.
why someone deserves a brick to their face. Even if she said, "Fuck you, nigga, I don't want to talk to you," you still don't deserve a brick to the face. There's never a warranted reason unless she was physically attacking him. That would be the only reason why I think, okay, maybe he should, defend himself. But that just goes to show you, men do not, respect women's autonomy. We're nothing more than something to serve them. And because he felt embarrassed because he asked for her number and he got rejected, his pride and ego got hurt. So he felt the need to physically harm her. And I just pray and hope that she's doing okay. It's so traumatizing, and that she's able to become better out of this and find some kind of light at the end of this tunnel, because it might seem great right now, but sis, I really hope you are able to, persevere through this, because it must be extremely scary to just walk down the street and get hit by a brick and see a whole bunch of men just staring at you. And whenever she made that video, they all looked at her and said, "What do you want us to do?" That's what the reply was.
But
what
you
should we
also,
do?
okay, I do have a friend that I spoke with about something of a similar, because he lived in an apartment building, and he said he constantly always heard his neighbors arguing. He knew it was like a guy and a girl. And he was like, he said, sometimes you have to put yourself in that position of thinking, if I do help, if he's gonna do that to a woman, what is he gonna do to me? And he don't know me. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes men feel like, okay, it's safer for me not to step in, but I feel like it's just as much as your responsibility, because if that's your friend, and I just feel like any type of aggression or assault towards a woman in front of a male's presence and it's not being protected is a problem within itself. Like, I feel like we need to get, actually, even with white people, because I mean with black people, because with white people, if they see a woman get assaulted, if it was a white woman, they're gonna, like either go find help or try to break something up.
Yeah.
Black people are so comfortable with seeing us all uncomfortable and just be like, well, that ain't me.
Black people are used to seeing black women getting with trauma. White men are not used to seeing white women get traumatized so publicly. Black men are so okay with them. They're so used to, because they see it all the time in their neighborhoods. And damn. But pretty much all I want to say is, black men aren't here. They call themselves protectors, providers. We're protectors, we're providers, we're protectors, we're providers, but you really don't protect nothing. You really don't protect anything that you don't get some kind of, get something from. So stop calling yourselves protectors and providers, because you're not protecting or providing nothing.
But stress and dick.
Stress and dick. All right, so let's get into Young Blue. Whenever I mentioned this to you, you didn't even know who the fuck Young Blue was.
And that's even crazier.
But you knew once I told you the song.
Yeah.
Okay. So Young Blue, he's a very ugly man, but he flew this girl out, and the girl he flew out wasn't very cute either, but she does really good tricks with her tongue. I saw the video of her like moving her tongue around. Her tongue is very large and it's very like, she can do some tricks with her tongue.
Okay, perfect.
So that's probably what made him want her to fly her out. He saw her doing tricks with her tongue. He probably wanted his dick sucked. Let me fly this bitch out.
Okay.
So he flew her out. He made her get her hair done, made her dress a certain way, flew her out in a PJ. And when she got there, she said he was being very standoffish, wasn't very attentive to her, made her put up her phone, made her do all these things, and he just barely talked to her. They went to dinner, he didn't talk to her. They went to a game, he didn't talk to her. And she was just like, "I don't understand why you flew me out here, made me do this to that, it's wasting my time for them to not talk to me." So she put this out herself. She made sure she made a video to let the whole world know that Young Blue flew her out and pretty much friend zoned her. Yeah, and did not fuck. And Young Blue came out and he was like, "Well, bitch, you stink." Pretty much in all his entirety, he was like, "Bitch, you stink." She stank so much, she engulfed the whole PJ with her smell. And she said she wore 2 sizes, 2 big shoes. It had dust on them. That pretty much she was just too dusty to fuck. And I'm like, damn, nigga. Okay, even though she was too dusty to fuck, which, okay, I believe that from looking at her. Why was that your main priority, to tell the world she would do dusty to fuck, rather than make sure your wife is okay?
Yeah.
Because she made a whole fucking video. She's like, "Fuck him, he's for the streets." You didn't say nothing about your wife. Didn't apologize. Even though I think public apologies for cheating is useless.
It's useless.
But I mean, do some kind of attempt to salvage your marriage. You didn't care about that. He wanted to make sure the whole world knew that she stank. That was his main priority. And I'm like, why is that the focus on, and the focus isn't on the fact that he tried to cheat on his wife.
The fact that he tried to cheat and he wasn't successful in cheating, because I feel like
he wasn't successful because she stank.
But even that though, we always said sometimes the attempt of cheating and not cheating is even worse than actually cheating. Because I feel like at this point, you get this bitch hair done, you got her in a PJ,
if
you got her.
Didn't cheat because she said no. I feel like that's worse. But he didn't cheat because she smelled too bad.
No, he attempted to cheat, but then when he saw that his prospect wasn't what he thought it was,
he was
I feel like that's even worse because you still did all those things. You still paid for her to get her hair done.
Yeah.
You still paid for her to get her nails, lashes, and everything, and you
flew her out
in a private jet.
Mm-hmm.
You gave her a very
lavish
experience. Went out to eat. You took her to a Knicks game.
Sat courtside.
Courtside. You gave that bitch an experience.
Mm-hmm.
She was in a very nice hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all things in an attempt to get some pussy. So because you didn't fuck and you feel you have to defend the fact, oh, well, I didn't fuck her because her pussy stank. Like, it is worse that you tried and you didn't. Because imagine if he did, though. If he did, she probably wouldn't have made the video. Because she literally said she knew he had a wife. Mm-hmm. She said she has a girlfriend. She said she has a girlfriend. She knew that he has somebody. She didn't give a fuck. She said she was going to fuck because he was a celebrity. Right. And I'm like, y'all need to stop wearing the celebrity like it's a chain, because I didn't even know who you were when your name even popped up. Like, so
if I ever... That's all I know about him.
So for me, I just feel like that brings us to our topic of conversation pretty much, because it's like, is the grass really greener on the other side? Because respectfully, he's married with a woman that's down for him and his shenanigans and all this good stuff, but he's still seeking bitches on the internet.
Losing your wife over stank pussy is crazy.
It's insane.
Oh my God, he lost his wife over stank pussy.
He lost his wife because he had a wandering eye, and his eye should have been staying where it should have. I feel like when you make that commitment to your wife and to God, y'all need to keep that shit. Because I feel like unless you have an open marriage or X, Y, and Z, but if you blatantly out here disrespecting someone that you decided to marry in front of the world, it's insane to me. And that's why I'm
insane. And
we always usually say respectfully, y'all, I'm not trying to be funny, but they say the most embarrassing things to be is a wife or a girlfriend. And y'all haven't proven us wrong yet.
There's nothing worse than an active cheater. Someone who actively seeks out to cheat on you, not even just walks, just happened to stumble on some new pussy, but he went searching for new pussy.
Like that, like I just feel like, just think about how traumatized that is, that you are laid up in this bed with coochie at home and you still decide to outsource to a different state. You outsourcing to different states, bad nigga?
So that brings us to the grass is greener syndrome. So the grass is greener syndrome is when you have an inability to feel content with your life as it is. You're always seeking out for something better.
Yeah. So there are 5 causes of why someone may fall into the idea of the grass is greener. It's because 1, they have low self-esteem, and that's either from work or their physical appearance. 2, it can be stress due to work, money, or other problems. 3, the fear of commitment or a traumatic past. 4, fear making the wrong decision. And 5, being emotionally unstable or dreading feeling of not being good enough. So when people think of the grass is greener, they always tend to think of it as a idea of insecurity or lacking of something.
Definitely a lacking of something.
Do you feel that way though?
I feel like when people always think of the grass is greener, it's because they feel like whatever they have is lacking. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why they feel like it's greener on the other side. So do you believe the phrase the grass is greener on the other side?
So the reason why I feel like there's some truth to the phrase is because of what we're going to get into later, but I believe into it in a certain extent. I feel like what we said earlier, it is very situational and circumstantial. I think the grass is only greener in instances of what we're going to say later, but it's like instant gratification. If you want something that's going to instantly make you feel better about those 5 reasons of what you're lacking, of course you're going to feel like the grass is always greener. You love the grass. You're going to play in the grass. You're actually going to water some more of the grass. What about you? Do you feel like that phrase, like
the grass is always greener on the other side?
Yeah.
I think it's situational, because I've been in a situation where I did go over to where the grass was greener and it was way greener. So sometimes the grass is greener on the other side, y'all. I know, because we always
say the grass is only greener because it's fake.
Okay, but it wasn't fake for me. The grass was very real and I touched it and I loved it. So because you know we always say the grass isn't green on the side, the grass is green when you water it. But sometimes, like, it really was better for me to go to the other side, and it was greener. So I do actually believe the grass is greener on the other side sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, so why do you feel like the grass is always greener is so tempting to people?
I feel like the grass is always greener is so tempting to people who are always in contempt like I am. You know, with me, like, I could have a job, but I'm still looking for another job. I could have like 2 jobs. I'm looking for a third job. Like, I always feel like, okay, there's always something. I'm always chasing the better. Always chasing like what's the better outcome. So if you're a person that's always striving to better yourself constantly, because people say you can't
Or
get.
if you're just looking for sensation, because I feel like sometimes it's not even about bettering yourself. Sometimes people are just looking for something different.
And high on looking for something different. Like, sometimes you're just bored of what you have right now. So definitely, if you're a person who always constantly strive for like different or change or better, then the grass is greener is always going to be your mindset. But just because you feel like it's greener, is it actually always greener? No, I don't think it's actually always greener. But sometimes when I see myself, like, I've been in a position where, like, I thought a job was better than what I had,
And it
and I
wasn't.
switched to this other job, and it was not better than what I had. I was better off doing what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So even like you said before, I always say I want a new car, I want a new car, I want a car, I want a new car. You keep telling me, Sammy, you don't want a new car. You don't want a car, no. Like, but in my mind, the grass is greener on that side because I want a new car.
Yeah.
But is it gonna be greener when I get there? Who fucking? It probably won't be. But in my mindset, it is. But yeah.
Okay. So side note, before I even get into something else, but do you feel like that's a healthy mindset to have?
To never be
satisfied, because that's what you're saying right now, that you are never satisfied because you're always content. You said contentment is not enough for you. You're like, I need to have this, I need to get this, I need to get this. So is that even a healthy mindset to have? I feel like that you never are going to have enough. Even when you think about it, last year what you have now is not what you had. You probably have more than what you had last year, but you weren't appreciating what you had because you wanted more. Yeah. And now that you got what you wanted more of,
I'm still not happy.
Exactly.
So yeah, I feel like contentment is, I don't see anything wrong with it, because I feel like that keeps me striving. It's like my hungry that keeps me striving for more. I always want to have more. Does that mean I also know how to practice gratitude. Because I wake up and be like, okay, thank you for my lungs. Thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for my dog. Thank you for my house. Thank you for, like, I practice gratitude. So I feel like if you don't practice gratitude, it makes you feel unsatisfied all the time. But because I practice gratitude and I'm always hungry for more, is my balance.
Okay.
You know, but no, you're right. I'm never satisfied because I'm always.
Trust me, I know you. So I know you never are.
I'm never satisfied. I always want more. I always want something better. I always want to be bigger. I always want to be better. Every year, it's like, how can I be better? What can we do to make the podcast better? What can we do to do this, do that? So no, but I don't think there's something wrong with it. I feel like
there's nothing wrong to it to a certain extent, but someone that likes to find balance in things, I feel like sometimes what's supposed to be for you and your season is going to be for you. It's not going to pass you up. So it's like you striving for something when you're not ready for it will always make you go back further than it actually propels you forward. That's how I see it as well. Like it can be duality. There can also be two things true at once. Like, yes, you want to get better, but it's like, what if your spirit and your time, and it's not your time?
Yeah.
And so you're trying to transcend that glass wall because you're like, I know I deserve better. And yes, you absolutely are able to think these things, but it's like your time is going to fall when your time in divine timing of the universe. So for me, it's like you could always want that, but you have to sometimes sit in contentment until your next breakthrough.
Isn't sitting in contentment being also like having a spirit of gratitude? Because I feel like if you're grateful for what you have, isn't that a spirit of contentment?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I see it, the fact that I'm grateful for what I have now. I want more, but I'm happy with what I have. Okay. It's me being a spirit of contentment.
So the only reason why I feel like the grass is greener is so tempting is because of the unknown. Because I feel the fear of missing out or feeling like you made the wrong choice or feel like there's so many other options makes it hard for you to be decisive on one thing that's actually in front of you that could be good for you. Because like we always say, you can have something right in your fucking face and it's not enough for you. So I feel like the unknown is like, Okay, that's great.
Fear of the unknown.
The fear of the unknown. So exploring and doing your things. What's your motherfucking story? What you got to say about how the grass was? Because you said you felt it, bitch.
I
You
felt
rolled
the
in the
grass,
grass.
and I rolled in it, and it was so much better. So how my experience went was I was in the guy for a very long time, and it was a nice little relationship. And then when I broke up with him and decided to date other guys, I was like, wow, other guys are so much better than him. Like, I was able to experience new things, have new dick. Also, because he was my first and the only dick for the longest time. So it was like, okay, there's actually people that are better than you. There's actually guys who do more than you. There's actually guys who would treat me better than you. And I experienced that. And I was like, okay, my next relationship after him, the guy was so much better. He was so much better of a boyfriend in every aspect of the way. And I was like, yeah, if I would have stayed with you, I would have thought this was the end all be all because you were my first, last, and only. And as soon as I broke up with you and was like, let me try something else, it was so much better. And yeah, the grass was greener on the other side. It was greener. And I watered it, bitch. Trust me, I watered that motherfucking grass. I watered that grass for 5 fucking years. And it wasn't until I left that grass.
We gonna get into that. You ain't got to talk about it right now. We gonna get into it. We definitely gonna get into it.
I watered it for a long time and for 5 years. And then after that, when I tried the new grass was doing what it had to do. And I don't regret it. It was a wonderful experience, and I'm happy I did it. And breaking up with him was one of the best things I've ever did in my life.
I love that. I love when bitches just break up with niggas and stand on it. Because a lot of people don't feel like they're gonna find better, so they have like post breakup like trauma, like regret, and they're like, oh my god, I should never broke up with him. Because like when I broke up with my boyfriend that I was with for 7 years, I constantly always heard my mom and sister like, are you sure you're gonna find someone better? X, Y, and Z. And the thing is, my biggest issue with him, which I'm gonna get into as my story, is like he wasn't a bad guy. He just wasn't my guy.
Yeah.
And I always will stand on that. That's why when I feel like I never bash my exes or say anything bad that is like, you know, to the public. To my friends know what they know. But I'm saying for y'all to know, I'm never gonna speak badly on these men because just because they weren't my guy does not make them a bad guy. And that's what happened with my 7-year relationship. I never was happy. Like I was there. I was existing. I just felt like we had a lot of bills together. We had a lot of experiences together. I'm like, of course it should work out. Like this is the route you should be going on. You should be on with someone for X amount of years. You guys should be both building towards something. I had in my head that that has to be it for it because he's a great guy. He's an amazing guy. So why is it not working for me? And so I was like, maybe he's just not for me. So when I started, you know, getting to the trenches and then the grasses and everybody kept telling me I couldn't find no one better. It's not saying that someone found someone better because I'm never going to say someone is better, but someone better for me, yes. I found someone absolutely better for me. Someone that understood me better, someone that I can relate to better. Absolutely. Those things absolutely exist. And I feel that you have to test the waters. You have to be able to risk something to see what the reward is. And if you are not willing to risk something to see how much you care about something, I feel like you're just playing it safe your entire life. People that never think that the grass is greener, they're just playing it safe. And then when their husband end up leaving them for a fucking bitch 20 years their senior, they're like, damn, I should have gave, you know, Ricky a fucking chance when I was in my prime. And now you're not in your prime anymore. So the prime thinking is no longer prime thinking. You're thinking about your kids. You're thinking about your bills. You're thinking about, damn, my pussy ain't been 8 in like 3 months. Those are things you're thinking about. I'm young. I'm a tenderoni. I don't got to think about that shit. I was in the grasses when the grass was still green. Now the grasses, when you get older, it changes. It get a little bit of dingy. Some people don't put water on their grass. Because even as adults, when you are like their 40s, some people stop feeding into themselves. And it's just grass is greener.
They don't put no fertilizer. They don't water the grass.
Say, yeah, they don't put nothing. And that's what it comes. The grass is greener also comes when it comes to talking about yourself. Like, are you pouring into yourself? Are you doing something that makes yourself feel better? Because it's like, I don't know if I sent you the video because I probably didn't. It was a TikTok. And it was like the grass is greener. It's not only when you guys break up. You should be doing those things when you're with someone. Like, why does everyone, when they break up with someone, always going to the gym, trying to eat right, trying to get better for the next person when you should have did that for yourself while you were in a relationship?
Yeah.
It doesn't only go into feeding someone else. It goes into feeding yourself. So I'm like, that was really good. You real smart, nigga. Like, what kind of bitches you been dating? Because I need to know.
Right. So let's talk about how the grass is greener mindset can also impact your quality of life. So relationship-wise, I find that whenever you are in a relationship but you have that grass is greener mindset, you never stay in a relationship. You're also constantly jumping, finding a new relationship. Career-wise, which is what I do, I feel like, is you're constantly job hopping. Like, I'm the type of bitches, I would get 3 jobs at the same time just because I feel like I need to find more. Like, it's just, I'm never happy with
Cannot
what I
relate.
have. It's a compulsion for me. Another way is socially, the grass is greener mindset might affect you is your constant comparison of yourself with others.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing that all the time, especially with other gym girlies. I'm like, I'm always constantly comparing myself with the other gym girlies out there. And it's like, damn, who knows what the fuck they're doing? Because I'm like, damn, I don't look at them, but them drugs, bitches probably doing drugs. They're probably like, starving themselves. They're probably not happy. Like, what are they doing to look like that? And I'm happy with myself, but I'm thinking the grass is greener on their side.
Because their progress looks
because
more...
the progress looks different. But what the fuck are they doing to get that progress? I don't know.
Yeah.
So
for me, I feel like the mindset is you're chasing something that never ends. And for me, I feel that the saying is, I feel like it's negative for you to, because it's always like thinking that nothing is ever enough. And I feel like I can't drill that in enough of saying it, because I feel like if the saying wasn't the grass is greener on the other side, it's like you wouldn't want to explore the other side. You would like to see what you can do better on your side to make it either equally as great, and or what can you attribute to this? And I feel like when we keep thinking of the mindset of it, I'm just like, every time I think about it, it's always just negative, because it's never like, because the grass is greener because I want to propel. Like, my intention when I'm speaking for me, I can't speak for you, because you said your intention when you were thinking about the grass is greener is because you wanted to have a better job or a better body. But also those things stem from something negative, because you don't feel like, your job is great enough, or...
I'm not satisfied with the how my life is going right now. I feel like I could do better. I can be better. There's better out there. And
I get it. There's something better out there, but I feel like satisfaction is so subjective, because it's like, what quantifies, what is a tangible thing for you to say that you feel satisfied? What is tangible? Like, when do you know that you are satisfied?
When I know I'm satisfied is when I am fully financially stable with what I'm doing, what I love. I am gardening. I have a garden. I have a nice home. I have a nice car. I'm able to retire my mother. And I feel like that is when
But
I'll
what
be
if you're
satisfied.
doing all of that and doesn't look like how you thought it was going to look?
What do you mean?
Like, what if you're retiring her in her home, but you still live in an apartment? What if you are...
That's fine.
But I'm saying, you said you were in a nice home, you have a big garden. But for me, when I look at you, I'm like, you have a car with no car note. That's great. You literally have a garden, even though she let Ami die and she never got an Ami 2.0. That's what she named her plant. And that's what shows you. She wants me to die, bitch. She left. I'm not going to let you forget this shit.
Ami died like a year ago.
Bro, you let me die. You never got me back. So to me, that's what I'm saying. You say retire your mom. You're able to pay for things for your mom without it hurting your pockets. Is that not correct?
So, yeah.
Exactly.
But that's not retiring my mom.
I get it, though. But I'm saying these are things that you're already doing, but not on the larger scale that you want it to be. But I'm saying,
yeah,
I see you gardening. I see you fake retiring your mother. I see you drive.
Fake retirement.
It's fake retirement, because you're not the only child. She got 3 children to rely on. So what you do is enough for her, and then she got the other 2 to help on the up. You see what I'm saying? So she gotta retire, but she chooses to work. Your mama probably couldn't. If she didn't want to work, she wouldn't have to. I feel like your mom works because she wants to.
No, I think my mom has to work.
I don't think she has to. I don't think so. I feel like your brother could retire her, and then you could just come in and swoop in at the end and take the tail end of it.
Yeah, that's probably...
That's exactly. She works because she wants to. Because I feel like if my son was making money, son, what did I do for you? What did I do for you? Yeah. Okay, so what are the expectations when it comes, like, what happens with these expectations when it comes to the grass is greener?
So we can talk about how grass is greener syndrome can lead to unrealistic expectations. Though you kind of already went on me about how you feel like I have unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
I don't think my expectations are unrealistic.
But the thing is, I'm not the person to tell you what your dreams are, but someone that looks on the outside looking in, I feel that your expectations are, okay, they're reasonable, but I'm like, okay, do you not see what you're doing now? That's already more than most people can do for other people. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So like for me, you're like, when you say you're never satisfied, I'm like, it's very unrealistic of you to say that like, there's going to be a better job, a better this. Cause I'm like, it's unrealistic right now. Cause it's like, right now, this is what's been able to give you those expectations that you want for other things. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, for example, our jobs. You are never going to be satisfied with being the outside life. And I know that. And I respect it. But right now, realistically, we know it pays our bills.
It pays my bills very well.
Exactly. Realistically. That's what I'm saying. Realistically.
Mhm.
Even though I know that's not something you want. So I'm like, when I say that you have an unrealistic expectation, I'm like, it's like a strip club. Get what you need to get out of it and then get the fuck out. But you're still in your prime. When I say that you're in your prime, you still look good. You don't look like you're about to be 30. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So for you not to look like you're 30, milk this shit for another 2-3 years. And if in 3 years we have the same conversation, then I can be a different banter. But I'm like, you just feels like you're in a rush. Like you feel like you're rushing. You're like, I don't want to be doing this in a year. And I said,
I don't.
And I
don't feel like it's a rush. I feel like time flies, baby. Time flies. So it's like, how do you spend the time? Are you gonna spend the time going towards your next goal? Or are you gonna spend the time waiting till the time ends to go towards your next goal? The time's gonna fly by regardless.
Exactly.
So let's spend the time trying to go towards our next goal because the time gonna go by.
But do things not interconnect? Like you have to also think about it. Like when you get everything you want, is that going to be enough for you? Because say you get your corporate job or your job that is not considered nightlife, but you're not making this money that you want to make. What if the hours are not your hours anymore? Because I mean, you've tried multiple times to have a daytime job and it just never felt for you because you're a free spirit loving bitch. You want to take a vacation in the middle of the week, and that's not feasible for someone It's not. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Realistically, the job you have.
That's why this podcast had a motherfucking pop. Okay, y'all make this podcast pop because a bitch don't want to work a corporate job.
That's what I'm saying. Realistically, that's what I'm saying. When what your dreams are not coinciding to what makes sense for your lifestyle right now, and that's okay. It's like for me, I know I am not meant to work. I told people I'm not trying to be on no corporate ladder. I don't want any corporate aspirations. When people ask me what I want to be in life, I said free. Do nothing. Like, I don't want my husband to ever think that I want to work. What I'm told him I'm going to do, I'm going to be a business owner. I'm going to do jobs of like that don't even need me to be there. Like, my friend sent me this one video of 5 businesses that you can start that are kind of fail proof. Like they kind of like never failed. Their success rate is a lot higher. So I'm like, that's me. I want to have a business that doesn't need me to exist. I just need to cater to it eventually, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of person I am. And so for me, my aspiration is like, I know I need to make this money, be in this space, meet these people, network like this, so I can get to where I need to be. And I don't feel like anything's better than what I have right now because right now is really good for me. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate it. And like I said, you do live in gratitude, but it's like, your gratitude is like, okay, it's good enough, but then what?
It's always then what? Because it'll be then motherfucking what?
Yeah, I can't
always
relate.
be a bigger, better, badder bitch.
You can be a bigger, better, badder bitch when the divine timing. Like I said, I feel like because we're different. I let the universe choose when I'm ready. You want to defy the laws of gravity, bitch.
I am the creator of my reality. So yes, I choose
Mother Universe is mine.
And when things can happen. So the timing is everything, but I can always initiate it. Because when it's like, oh, universe, make my decision for me. Or I'd be like, hey, what did they say? They said you have to have works when it comes to it. You can't always just expect something to happen without working towards it. So yes, I do believe in the universe. I do believe in divine timing, but also work towards your goal.
I sit in it. I bask in it because when it happens,
and that's why you are who you are and I'm who I am.
And will always be.
So how do you overcome the syndrome, which is the gratitude syndrome? My way is you practice gratitude. Like I said, I practice gratitude. I wake up, I have my morning affirmations almost every morning. I thank the Lord, thank God, and thank the universe for giving me this life I'm living. I am thankful for the fact that I can breathe. I'm thankful for the fact that I can walk. I'm thankful for the fact that I can pay my own bills. I'm thankful for the fact of all of this. So that's one way of getting over the gratitude syndrome, even though I still kind of have it, is being, I feel like that's what makes me balanced, is the fact that I'm also very, very grateful of everything that has happened in my life.
So for me, a way that you can overcome your syndrome of grass is greener is embracing imperfections, because we all are human and mistakes do happen. And once you understand that this is actually part of your journey, like I feel if you don't have these imperfections and or pitfalls, you wouldn't have the opportunity to appreciate what comes to you when it needs to come to you.
Another way is getting over endless insecurity and self-doubt, y'all. Like those are the what we think about ourselves is how things happen, and what we say is what's also going to happen. So if you get rid of a self-doubt and bad mouthing yourself, you usually end up successful. I don't know how many times I can tell you, like, a lot of times it's not what you say, it's not what you do, it's what you say. So what you say can lead to what happens, and it's very real.
Another way is to avoid comparisons. I feel like it's so easy in this day and age with social media to feel like what you have is not enough and what you're doing will never compare to other people. But you are your greatest obstacle and
And
challenge.
you never know how they're getting it. These bitches are sucking dick and fucking, like,
yeah, that's true.
they really are. These bitches are actually poor. These bitches are living in debt. These bitches are depressed. And we're looking up to bitches who are
granted, I don't look up to
shit.
bitches. I mean, the only reason why I'm looking up because I'm short. So for me, respectfully, I just feel that comparison, like we always say, is the thief of joy. So I feel like enjoy where you're at because you're there for a reason, and that gives you the humility to propel yourself to what's next in life. What's next for you?
Okay, so we talked about earlier about sometimes we just want to elevate and we want better for ourselves. So how do we know it's not the grass, the greener syndrome, or we just want to just elevate and be a better person?
And I feel like I touched on it, but it might be kind of like went over people said, but it's intention. If your intention is to get better, is that just that. But I feel like when people do grass is greener, it's in comparison of what they currently have and thinking that what they can get is better than what they currently have. So if you intentionally want to make your life better because you solely know that you want to propel yourself to a greater place in life, or if you're just trying to be like, okay, what I got right now ain't doing shit. You feel me? Like, I feel like the intention is everything that matters. So, did you want to answer it or you want me to go to my next one? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, do you believe that the grass is greener where you water it?
I do believe the grass is greener when you do water it because, you know, when you are purposely trying to make things work and your intention is for it to work, it will work. So when your mindset is, I'm always going to find better, and especially when it's relationship wise, it's going to fall apart. If it's like work wise or whatever, like, okay, the grass is greener. You can do better at work, but if your work is, if your job sucks, your job sucks. You can do better at, you know, you can try to do better at making your body better, but if you eat bad, you eat bad. You can try to do better at, you know, making friends, but if you're a weirdo, you're a weirdo. So sometimes, yeah, the grass is greener where you water it when you attempt to do stuff, but if it doesn't work for you,
I was going to say, the only thing I want to add to that is because I feel like I believe in it to a certain extent, but I feel like when you say that the grass is green where you water it, it literally stunts you from like thinking that you could find something better. Because some people will literally
I
water.
thought better.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you will water the same fucking grass thinking there's gonna be different results, but sometimes a fucking tiger can't change his stripes.
Yeah.
Like you might be pouring everything into someone, but until they are willing to realize that, like, homeboy, I could probably go to another fucking neighborhood and find better grass. That's what it is.
Leaving my relationship was one of the best things I ever did.
And I feel respectfully every time I leave a relationship is probably the best decision that ever happens to me too. Because I'm a waterer. I definitely do. Yeah. I'm very present. I'm very in my relationships. I've only one, but I've always been 2 feet in my relationships most times. Most times. So I'm a waterer. I'm a garden that grass. But the moment that I feel like I'm running out of water, or the water is getting from the pipelines of the fucking, you know, what is it called?
The hose?
No, the pipelines from, you know, those places, the chemical plant.
Okay.
When I feel like the water is tainted, what's the point of me fucking watering your grass? Because I'm going to taint you.
Okay.
So, what's your question?
My question is, between Michael B. Jordan and Serge Ibaka, which grass is greener? Those are your 2 favorites, I know.
Oh, not you know me. Damn. Wow. I want to say that Michael B. Jordan.
His grass is greener?
I'm assuming because I heard.
Because Serge Ibaka is a cheater?
Yeah, because he's a cheater. His grass is not greener. Like, even though he looks good, but Carrie did not miss to let us know that man was a cheater. Cheater. And I'm like, you're not even like A-list fucking ball player for you to be a cheater. That's what I'm saying. Niggas with money are always gonna cheat.
Girl, a nigga with no money would cheat. A nigga with no money living off of you, driving your car would cheat.
And I feel like I like a nigga that want to show me off. And like the things that he was doing for Lori Harvey, I'm not saying I'm a Lori Harvey, but I definitely have the aura of a bad bitch. So I feel like he could still facilitate things for me that will make me feel.
So the grass is greener with Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, girl.
Okay.
It is. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Okay. So you feel like once you deal with the grass is greener, do you feel like you can come back from that? Like if you left a nigga because the grass was definitely very much greener, do you feel like you can come back from that once you realize that it really wasn't that greener?
I would hope he would take me back. I can only hope. But as a respectable young man, you shouldn't take me back.
They know their worth. They will never take you back, babe. Men know their worth even when they are dirt poor.
Men know their worth. A bitch will take you back.
She would. She's like, oh, you dated around and you didn't find what you're looking for? I guess I'm the one.
I guess I'm the best thing you could ever have.
You know what I fucking hate? Bitches be saying he know where home is. What?
Bitch, what?
Doghouse, babe? Because you would never, I'm never a he know where home ass bitch is.
No. I would hope my nigga would take me back after I went out and searched for better and he was no better. But as a respectful nigga, I would hope you would respect yourself and not take me back. It's kind of conflicted because I want you to take me back, but nigga, you don't respect yourself and you take me back. But
and that's the problem. When a nigga show me he don't respect him, I don't respect you. You don't respect yourself, babe.
You don't respect yourself. But no, yeah. I would want to come back from I checked out the grass was greener and wasn't really greener and I came back to you. But I feel like come back.
Bitches like us, we haven't experienced the grass not being greener yet. So I feel like we haven't met that man yet.
The grass has always been greener.
The grass has always been greener because niggas are always going to try to one up y'all, babe. Because when I tell y'all, niggas will literally do hand and foot. And I'm like, you're not doing enough.
And that's what I keep trying to tell y'all niggas. We're not the problem. The options are endless. That's not the problem. The problem is the quality. I can come outside and be like, who want to give me some dick? And it'll be a lot of niggas want to give me some dick. But the problem is the dick probably got STDs,
probably homeless,
ain't got no money, baby mamas. That's the problem with the dick. But yes, I would hope my nigga would take me back after I came back from the grass greener. I would hope. But if you don't, it's okay. I get it.
I respect you, babe. So thank you guys for following us on this journey about, is the grass really greener? We gave you guys some opinions, non-opinions. Y'all can even drop your opinions in the comments when we drop the fucking episode. So follow us on every social media platform at The Sip and Spill, except Twitter, which is
Sip and Spill 1.
And give us a 5-star rating. Some 5-star bitches.
Oh.
I sip wine, kick my feet up when I get tired. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea. Sipping and spilling it.